Republican Party in general, MAGA in particular, and all of their white Christian nationalist backers do not want women in the workplace. They don't want women to vote. They don't want women to have control over their bodies. In fact, they want to go back to an era where women were seen as property. That is their end goal. And what they've encountered since the 60s going forward, since the Civil Rights Act and since the passage of the Voting Rights Act and since the passage of affirmative action, what they've noticed is that white women have benefited the most out of all of that legislation. And by virtue of all of that work, white women have actually been able to position themselves in society where they don't need men and they don't have to have kids. They don't have to go that traditional route that the white elites had baked into the system, where you needed to be married to a man to have a chance at survival. And the Republican Party, by destroying the Department of Education, is one step closer to returning to an age where women were seen as property and beholden to their husbands. And one of the things that you should pay attention to is the massive reclassification of a whole number of professions to non professional status. Nurses, teachers, largely any and every woman dominated field has been relegated to non professional status, which will mean that it will be increasingly more difficult for women who want to get educated and enter the workforce in those professions to get loans to pay for those educations, because those programs will be seen as riskier than more traditional programs. This is by design. This is the intent of the white Christian nationalist crowd in this regime and around this regime, and the billionaire crowd funding this regime. They do not want to see a society where women are in the workforce. Their view of women is that they should be barefoot, pregnant, dependent, and reliant on a white male for their survival. And that is one of the end games of destroying the Department of Education, is that they get to meet that objective.